Hi, friends. Welcome back to Tiny Tuesday. Today we are building on the Oak Alcove lot in Newcrest. This little house is, I think, coming in at like 20, a little over 22 simoleons. So it is a one bedroom, one bath, tiny home. I really had no concept of what I was going to do when I started. So, yeah, you'll see me kind of spinning around a lot, trying to figure out where I want to make cutouts and how I want to sort of set everything up. And for the most part, I tried to keep it just as simple as possible. Um, and I also wanted to have a little bit of a feel for, say, like a 1950s or 1960s, 70s, a little late mid century modern sort of home. These little homes, something like this, would have been very popular in around the late 60s, early 70s, with that nice little carport there. Again, I didn't know exactly where I wanted to place the door. I didn't know what I wanted to do here, folks. I will be perfectly honest with you, no clue. I went in blind and I think this came out really well. I often find that a lot of my builds, I go in with just a vague idea of what I want to do and just let things flow, and it works really well. Here, I keep this pretty dark for a while. I realize that it's kind of hard to see everything right now. And although the furniture that I place is what is there, I do go back through and change out some of the colorings so everything really kind of flows together much better. But yeah, I do keep all of this. I did not limit this pack to a pack build, although I tried to, but I realized that there were some things that I hadn't built with yet, and some things that just kind of worked best in this particular location. So I went with it. Apologize for that. I'm not even sure how many packs are included on this. So yeah. I did try to use a lot of base game. I know that there's a lot of Jungle Adventure. Jungle Adventure, I tell you what, man, that is one of my most favorite packs. It truly is. It I have gone back and replayed that one so many times. I've done that one on side quests and everything else just to play the game. So I strongly encourage, if you don't already have that pack and you're looking for one to ask for Christmas, that's sort of a specialty thing, go with that one. Just go with that one. Trust me on this. You've got great cast items. If you're a cast player, you'll really enjoy the colors and the vibrancy that you get from a lot of these items. If you're a builder, you're going to see some amazing pieces. Just the windows, the various furnishings that they have, a lot of the decor pieces are just incredible. And then on top of that, you get game. You get actual playable game. And it's something that you can, if you so choose, become enriched within this culture and knowledgeable and really become that architect. You can become the Indiana Jones if you want to. And it's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite packs. My only regret with Jungle Adventure is that you can't live in a vacation world. That breaks my heart. I want to live there. It is just, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. And mm, 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 mm. A lot of times I use the flooring that is from Jungle Adventure because that is one of my absolute most favorite floors. I would go as far as to say it is my favorite floor. You'll see me using that one a lot. Any chance that I get, it gets used. So, but the one that I used in here is actually, I think, the base game version of that. So it's not quite as good, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. Um, but yeah, it's lovely. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this little weird angled piece here. I mean, I could have squared it all off, but I thought, no, I need a desk in here. So as I was going through trying to figure it out, I realized at this point, I need a one tile desk, and I don't have one. The only ones that we can have are going to be outside of the packs that I've chosen to work with. So, I had to do it. I had to. I just had to. So there you go. That is, I think that's the only thing I used from Parenthood. I think. Let me think on that one for a minute, but I'm pretty sure that may be the only item. And I do know that the computer that I used a laptop. And because we do not have a laptop in the base game, I ended up using the little laptop that came with Strangerville. I like that one. Like that one a lot. I don't. I can't remember if those are cats and dog rugs. I know that one that I just placed is from Jungle Adventure, and I'm thinking that sofa or love seat, I should call it, is actually from the high school years kit. Kit. Ooh, it's not a kit. So as I'm just tacking on a few more little items here, I thought, okay, let's get some rugs in here. Let's take a look. I tried not to over clutter. Cluttering, I'm telling you folks, if your game is laggy, that's why. You got too much clutter. Get rid of it. It's not necessary. Your Sims will collect things and fill up this place before you know it. Oh, I love that picture of the lady's neck. I just think that one's so cute. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the overall build. Now, I will go through, we're going to do some terrain paint and such here in just a few moments because I wanted to get a little more texture and dimension happening outside. I already had sort of the roughed in space of what I wanted, and we're just putting on a few little final touches here inside the house before we head outside. I did this house completely backwards from how everybody else does it. I've watched a lot of speed build videos over the years, and I tend to want to fix the inside before I even think about the outside. Doing it inside out means I get all the stuff I want in my home. So that's what we did here. And I did put in the big fire detection unit thing there. So it doesn't matter if it's in the same room, if it's a different room, if there's a fire on this property, it's going to go off. So that to me is worth the extra money. If for some reason you're trying to do this as a base game thing, then what I would tell you is just go in and probably take out that and a couple of the pieces of art, and you'll probably be down in no time at all. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Oh, yeah, I did shrink down those spoons. I do not know why the Sims team made those things so big. Those spoons are ridiculously sized. Just unbelievable. I mean, they're as long as a Sim's arm. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't get it. But, whatever. So we're on to picking our siding here. And I decided this is the point where I really figured, okay, this is what we want to do. We want to go with something that has that sort of 70s-ish feel going on to it. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why I used that just white wallpaper inside the house, because the plain white wallpaper is something very 70s-ish. That uh, the wood paneling, oh yeah, totally 70s. So I kept all that kind of concept going on. And we're moving on now into some landscaping. And I thought, if I was a college student, I would not spend a lot of time on that yard. It just would not be high on my priority list. So I kept the actual landscaping to a minimum, things that would require zero effort on anybody's part and probably be a little overgrown at that. So I went with some of the bigger bushes, and I really love these little flowers here. I think those are just absolutely precious, and to me, it really kind of has a grandma feel once you get those plants in there. And I did want to soften up that little walkway there because it felt really kind of awkward not having something there. And then we're just gonna go in here and we're gonna tinker with a little bit of terrain paint. A little terrain paint goes a long way to bringing life to a build. If you're ever looking for something to help bring your builds to life, terrain paint, terrain paint, terrain paint, terrain paint. Definitely go with some terrain paint. And then I do put in a nice little fence. I really kind of wish we had a chain link fence, like a normal 4 foot size chain link fence, but we don't. I also didn't want to add to the tile count, so I left it as an open sort of thing and more for a privacy section. So that's why it's open the way it is. And we also went in and, like I said, I just wanted to have a little bit of small items to add in for your sim to actually have something to do here on this property. And we're going to do a little cleanup, and with that we'll probably be heading into we'll take you into the house and so you can look at it at a slower pace. All right, friends. So let's go on into our little house here. It's just a tiny home. I wanted it to have this kind of old person feel to it. So we've got a little carport out here with these nice open tiles. And then as we go into the front door, we are directly into our living room slash kitchen area. This is kind of a very squishy sort of location, and it's perfect for a sim. No need for additionals, maybe even 2 sims. I will grant you that. We got a tiny standardized bathroom. We've got a small bedroom here, and we do have a door to the back deck. So you can come outside, do a little yoga. We can do a little yard work, a little flower plantings if you so choose. And you can still do some exercise, some art, some woodworking. There's a lot of little things you can still do here on this little lot. And so that's it. That, my friends, is our little Tiny Tuesday build. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.